This is Shumi from Overdrive and I'm going to introduce you to the Pulsar 200 NS. You know that we've done a video like this from the press conference. The difference is now we've actually ridden this motorcycle, so I can give you a little bit more of an insight into how all the technology works and how the motorcycle feels on the road. It starts with this new face. It has a bit of the Benelli TNT in it. It has a bit of an influence of the Duke in it, but what it is a unique, distinctive front end. Makes the Pulsar look even more aggressive than before, and to be honest, I quite like it. Down here, new wave discs, as you know, nice split spoke alloy wheels. I quite like them as well. It's a very nice design. These are TVS Eurogrip tires. I understand MRF is also going to be a part of the OEM partner, and we thought that these tires were a little too hard for this motorcycle, that the chassis has ability left over which we can't really use right now, but they tell us that there will or may be an option of softer tires that you can purchase additionally at the showroom and upgrade your motorcycle. If you're into riding fast, I think that is one of the things you should do, because I think the chassis has more ability right now than these tires release, and you will have benefits. Obviously those tires will wear out faster. This is the pedal disc. It's manufactured by Bybre, the Indian Brembo operation. Behind that is this new engine. We checked with Bajaj what the similarities or differences between the KTM engine and this one are, and they tell us that the bottom end and the gearbox are more or less the same as the KTM, but the difference, and it's a big difference, lies in the top end of the engine. Compared to the, and of course there's sprocketing is also different, but the big difference is here. If you look at this head, you know that this has 4 valves, single overhead camshaft. It's got 3 spark plugs, and the block itself here is different because it's a pent roof combustion chamber, and together what this gives this motorcycle is very awesome refinement. There's a lot of power on the motorcycle. It's pulling cleanly from as low as 2000 rpm, and Bajaj said that they could have geared this differently if they had different performance targets to achieve, but as of now it's a fast, rapid motorcycle, slightly slower than the KTM overall, but it will obviously be significantly cheaper, and it feels really nice to ride. The engine is mounted in this. This is the new twin spar frame, or as Bajaj calls it, the perimeter frame. It's a pressed steel unit. It holds the engine. The engine is hung from it using mounts like these aluminium colored bits. It's a liquid cooled engine. That's what this is the coolant indicator, that's the radiator shroud, and basically you use liquid cooling to get greater thermal stability, but in terms of manufacturing it becomes very complicated because you've got to get 3 spark plugs, 4 valves, the SOHC unit, all of that paraphernalia, plus the oil flow jackets and the water jacket into the motorcycle. It's a fairly complicated engine to build. This time the Pulsar is a monoshock. You can see the piggyback reservoir there. It's a gas charged monoshock mounted directly to the swing arm. The swing arm is here. It's a box section unit, but it's not aluminium. And then of course the single disc at the back. Notice the wheels. I quite like these split spoke wheels at the front and the rear. I think they're quite nice. Now to the bodywork. This, what you're looking at, is actually a tank cover. It's not actually the fuel tank. It's a plastic. The reason for this is obviously that it's difficult to manufacture metal in this kind of detail. I'm going to refocus on the black area so you see amount of detail. To me, this is a busy design. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a busy design. There are lots of lines and curves and slashes going on. It makes the motorcycle distinctive looking, definitely. Let me just refocus so you get the colors right. Yeah, this is the yellow colored motorcycle. It's a very small stubby rear end with a very nice number plate hanger. It's a clever design. If you look at it visually, it's not that skinny a rear section, but the colors make it look like it. I quite like it. Then there are of course the huggers, the foot pegs and all of those assemblies. Here you are, there are the assemblies in detail. That's the center stand. That's what's most likely to scrape when you go around the corner. Very fast, of course. It's much faster than the old Pulsar in terms of the chassis ability to handle cornering speed and cornering clearances. But it's also easier to lean the bike over.